everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Catherine. Welcome to Stitch and Uplift. If this is your first time seeing my channel, thank you for clicking on my video. I hope you like what you see and you subscribe for more. To those persons who are returning, I thank you. Today I'm going to share with you all of those things that I would have made in the months of September and October. This is not a lot of stuff because I've been going through a lot. The passing of my stepson, and that didn't give me any incentive, motivation to sew, and then I resorted back to sewing just to help me to be able to deal with it. So hopefully the pieces that I share with you can inspire you to start sewing if you haven't done so already. All right, so let's get this show on the road. First thing that I'm going to share with you is this dress. It is a wrap dress. Hopefully you can see it. And it has ruffles at the bottom. And it's a true wrap dress. That is how it looks on the inside. I actually used the right serger thread on this one. I mean, who wants to make a dress to wear at a loved one's funeral? But I made this dress to wear at my stepson's funeral. And I really like the dress. It took me a while to come up with this concept because I wasn't sure what I wanted to make. And so I just decided to make this. And this is how the back looks. It has darts in the back. It has darts in the front as well. I don't know how best you could see that. My stepson was only 23 years old, so full of life. Didn't even enjoy his life yet, but I'm trying to find ways to move on, so that is where sewing helps me. The second thing that I made is this dress here. I wasn't sewing for a while, and so I decided to make this simple dress. I have worn this dress twice since I've made it. I'm so glad that I'm able to wear it to work because my life is just work right now. That's all it is. I have no life. The third thing that I made would be this skirt. Well, I made it as a skirt, but when I share a picture with you, you'll see how else I can wear it. So this is a skirt. And it's just a simple skirt with an elasticated waist. I have worn this to school as well. I think when I was on compassionate leave and then I went back to school and we had fun day, I wore this. I wore this with tennis because I just wanted to be comfortable. I don't know if you remember this fabric, but I showed you this in a fabric haul. And I also showed this in one of my fabric makes and I never made it. So this is a duster and that is how the front looks. And that is how the back looks. And I love this. I love this. Oh, look at the inside with my surgeon thread, that rainbow color surgeon thread that I love. And I think it's so pretty. And the thing is, it's so easy. My daughter asked me where I plan on wearing it, but I told her, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because other than school, I don't really go anywhere. I know that's so sad, but I made this top. And this is just a sleeveless mock neck top. I have a dedicated video for this, but that's the top, that's the front, and that's the back. This is how it looks on the inside with my colorful rainbow surgeon thread. And you could do this in less than 20 minutes. And I did this on the serge, I think. So the final hemming details are what I did on the machine. But everything else I did using my serger. So, and this is red velvet. So I love it. What a better way to start making my vacation outfits. Because where I live, it's not really, we don't really have, like how most persons have seasons. We don't really have seasons. It's basically hot all year round. It may get a little cool or chilly and you probably need a jacket or a sweater or cardigan or something. But other than that, we don't really have, we don't have snow. We definitely don't have snow. When we are, weather doesn't drop to those crazy temperatures. So this is one of them. This is the pants, and it has pockets on both sides, and I do love it. It has an elasticated waistband, and it's like an oversized fit. It's not tight at all, and I love it. And I love this um, fabric, and you would have already seen this fabric in one of my fabric makes. For this and the top that I'm going to share with you, 3 yards, and I use almost all of that. This is the top, and it has a collar. Um, what I should have done was probably added interfacing, but I didn't. It has the buttonholes and the buttons, and I decided to use those buttons because that is what I had, and I just wanted to experiment because I haven't made anything with buttons because for some reason I couldn't get my one-step buttonhole to work. And I felt so stupid the other day. Well, not stupid. I felt foolish because I bought a new sewing machine and I was about to send that sewing machine back because I'm like, this sewing machine is defective. Until I was like, you know what? Let me go on YouTube and let me watch a video with how this buttonhole works because I thought I was doing what they said to do. And I also had the little quick step guide and I was following it and I was like, okay, they said do this, but how come it's not going through if I put a button in the thing for the length, it should sew a certain length and it wasn't. And it was just frustrating me. And I was like, let me just go on YouTube. And when I went on YouTube, I was like, duh. But it's so funny, like I call it YouTube University because you could learn anything on YouTube. So that was just I should have done that years ago, but I don't know why I didn't, but that made my life so much easier. So I really do appreciate my sewing machine and serger, but probably now that I think about it, I technically didn't need to buy the sewing machine because I couldn't get the buttonhole on my brother to work. But I'm sure if I go back to my brother, which I'm going to do another day, I'm going to try the buttonhole. But now that I know what to do on the singer, I'm sure the brother is the same process. So I'm going to do that before I give up on my machine because other than that, nothing was really wrong with my machine. I mean, yeah, it was a couple years old, but still. All right, so that is the front of my shirt. And that is the back of my shirt. My daughter's says it looks like Hawaii, a men's Hawaiian shirt. I mean, I don't know. So my other daughter was like, I think you really like a bunch of flowers and prints and stuff. She's like, I think that's your vibe. And so I guess so. But I thought it was so cute, but they was like, it reminds them of Hawaii. So, but I still love it nonetheless, and I'm going to wear it. Here where I live, doesn't really get cold. It gets chilly. Like how the weather's about to change, it's going to be a little chillier. So you have to pull out a cardigan, pull out a sweater, but you don't need any trench coat or anything like that. So I decided to make a turtleneck. And I do love it. Now, this color may not be everybody's cup of tea, but y'all know I like prints. Y'all know I love colors. I love them. And these may not be fall colors, but I make what I make, I wear what I wear. Some persons may not agree with my color choices, but I love them. And it's unique to me. That's why I love them. That is the turtleneck. And I did this all on the serger with the exception of the hems. And all of these are self-drafted, of course. This is the top. And initially I had made a dress. It just wasn't doing it for me. So I cut it back to the top because I was torn between making a top or a shirt dress. So I was like, let me just make the shirt. I feel like as a person who sew, you always have thread everywhere. So this is the front of the top. I have all the button holes already done, but I have no buttons. And I just didn't want to put any buttons on it. So now I just have to find buttons and my top will be completed. And it also has a collar. You all know I love rainbow colored serger thread. That's my jam. That's my thing. No one is going to see it, but it just makes me feel special. And I like to finish my pieces with the rainbow color serger thread. So I feel like that's my signature. the back of the top, and I love it. I love all the pieces that I made. I feel like I made something else. I did make something else. I made a dress for my daughter for the funeral as well, but we didn't take much pictures. But the pictures that we did take, it's with all of my family members, so I didn't really want to post them. Actually, I did take a picture with me by myself for the video, but and I didn't get how to take a picture. I should have gotten how to take a picture so you could see the dress. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you like, you comment, you share, it helps YouTube to push my video to all other persons because you're interested in my videos. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.